Yo, yo, yo. What's up? What's really good? It's your boy Brandon Bravon Towns, host of that show called Sports Plus Life, that there sports podcast where we talk about all of the necessary topics in sports and all of the necessary topics in life. And I hope everybody is having a wonderful, blessed, and safe Friday evening on this February the 16th, 2024. And it's Friday. All I can say is I'm so glad it's Friday. Got a couple of days off where I can chill, outside of doing the norm, doing the normal house routine things like laundry, cleaning up, all of my Mr. Mom shit. But anyway, quick shout out to Two Tough Sports, that Madden Sports Gaming League that is broadcasted on Switch. You should know what I'm gonna say. If you got them Madden skills to pay the bills, and you think that you a boss in Madden game and think that you can beat anybody, come to Too Tough and find out what you're made of. Also, Heather's Craft Haven, my sis from another miss. And how is everybody doing? How is everybody doing? Again, on this wonderful Friday, blessed evening. It's 2 days after Valentine's Day. I don't know, who all actually celebrated Valentine's Day. Hey, boo. I don't know who all celebrated Valentine's Day. If you did, I hope you had a grand old time. Me, I can sit here and say I did not have a Valentine. No, yes, I did. I did have a Valentine. My daughter was my Valentine. So there we go. My daughter was my Valentine, and she will forever be my Valentine. I love my little butt head so much. Now, before we get into the topic of having fun and introducing a new segment to the show, I would be remiss if I didn't bring up the events that just happened a couple of days ago out in Kansas City, Missouri, at the Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl parade, where there was another mass shooting, gunfire opened up in a parade of over 800,000 people, killing somebody, injuring several others. But what really pisses me off about that whole situation is the fact that there was 8 children laid up in the hospital. Children coming out there to see their team, to see their heroes celebrated after going on a Super Bowl run that a lot of people did not think was going to happen, yours truly included, and to have to leave a celebration, a Super Bowl celebration that is starting to become a familiar thing in that city, in that state, to leave there on a hospital stretcher from senseless random gunfire. I don't care if it came over from a dispute or whatever. It's just ridiculous. And it just speaks to the level, unfortunately, of where we truly are in this country. I can't say that about other countries because I ain't never been out this country. But the more I see things like this happen in this country, it makes me say, you know what? If I had the money, I would blank, blank, blank. I would ... finish the sentence, because it's just crazy where every time there's a mass gathering of people to celebrate something positive, why does it have to be a group of ignorant people there to mess it all up? It's ridiculous. My heart goes out to the city of Kansas City, no pun intended. My heart goes out to anybody who was affected, particularly the lady who lost her life, her family. My heart goes out to the children that were laid up in the hospital behind some fucking idiots. My heart goes out to the family of those children who had a life-changing experience, unfortunately, not for the positive, that they will never forget. I mean, hell, if the Chiefs win another Super Bowl, you might have to do a virtual parade. I'm serious, because it's just ridiculous. It is ridiculous. I mean, I didn't heard of cities, winning championships, and sometimes you have a little looting and turning of cars, which is still too much anyway. You're doing too much. You just, you don't have to celebrate by being destructive or being violent. That's just stupid. That's dumb. It's irresponsible, and it's inexcusable. And it just, again, it speaks to where we are as a country. The fact that we're not even 50 days into 2024, and it's already been a couple of mass shootings, because people in this Western Hemisphere, known as the United States of America, are screwed up. They are screwed up. And there are people out there, there are people in office, in leadership positions, who are encouraging these screw-ups. And what does that tell you about these people who are voted in? All right, so I just had to get that off my chest, because as a person who works with children, when I heard it was children laid up in the hospital because of that, that shit pissed me off. I'm not even going to front. That really made me mad. It really, really made me mad, because and it just makes you not want to do nothing. It makes you not want to do nothing that, when I was growing up, was always a recipe for fun, not a recipe for disaster. And in Richmond, we ain't have shit but the Richmond Braves. But you know what? If the Richmond Braves won the AAA World Series, the championship, Richmond was turned up. When VCU went to the Final Four in 2011, Richmond was turned up. Won't no dumb. Won't nobody laid up dead. Won't nobody laid up, hurt, violent. Now, some things might have got broken, but, broken materialistic things can be fixed. Lives can't. Anyway, it is All-Star Weekend. Forgive me. I just had to speak my piece on that. It is All-Star Weekend in the NBA. Matter of fact, the Celebrity All-Star Game is on right now. Team Stephen A versus Team Shannon. Semi paying attention to that. But when it comes to basketball, we're not at the midseason point. We have passed the midseason point, but we are at the All-Star break. And NBA, I'm locked in. I'm locked in the NBA mode now, okay? And of course, now on Sports Plus Life Talkin-ish, we focus more on life, like relationships or unfortunate situations like what I was just talking about, which I don't want to focus on but so much. But we focus on the life aspect more. So I'm going to talk about these sports. I'm going to get the sports kind of out the way, unless somebody comes on here and wants to talk more sports, or if somebody leaves me a comment with a question in regards to sports, just wanting my opinion, which is all well and good. That's all good. That's cool. But I am locked into sports. I'm locked into basketball. Excuse me. I'm always locked into sports. So, number one in the Eastern Conference, we know, Boston Celtics. Only question I got in regards to All-Star Week: how the hell does Doc Rivers get to coach the Eastern Conference All-Star team? A, when he just returned to coaching. B, when he's kind of stinking it up right now with the Milwaukee Bucks. The Eastern Conference as it stands right now: Boston 1, Cleveland 2. Cleveland's been kicking butt. Cleveland has been kicking butt and taking names. Milwaukee 3, New York 4. New York, after being one of the hottest teams, the hottest team in NBA, has gone through a bunch of injuries. But you know what? Sometimes it's better to get those out the way now instead of having to worry about them in April when it's really important. 76ers, Joel Embiid is going to be out at least a month. That hurts, but they're the fifth seed. The Indiana Pacers are the 6th seed. The Miami Heat is probably the most feared 7 seed in the history of basketball. Orlando 8, those are your top 8. Lurking in the play-in is the Chicago Bulls and the Atlanta Hawks. In the Western Conference, the Minnesota Timberwolves, those young Timberwolves, well, young as far as their best players, because Conley's been around a long time. So is Gobert. But Minnesota still sits atop number 1. Oklahoma City, number 2. The Clippers, number 3. Watch out for them. They're my pick to come out of the West. Defending champion Nuggets, number 4. The Phoenix Suns have played some very good basketball over the last month. They're 5. New Orleans Pelicans are 6. New Orleans Pelicans has been very quiet. Like Zion, well, he's been playing. I guess he wasn't good enough to be considered an all-star, 7 is Dallas. 8 is Sacramento. So there's your 8. With lurking around the play-in is the Lakers and the Warriors. Now, I heard this a couple of days ago. Oh, the Lakers and the Warriors entertained talks about a trade for LeBron James. They actually talked about it. See, this is when networks get on my damn nerves, because they're sitting there fishing for shit. If the trade didn't happen, who cares? I could care less about how LeBron James and Steph Curry almost became teammates. I could care less because almost didn't cut it. Just like if you're a San Francisco 49er fan, do you really care about how the 49ers almost won the Super Bowl? The 49ers have almost won the last damn 3 Super Bowls they've been in, but they ain't got it done. So I could care less of how LeBron James and Steph Curry were almost teammates. Oh, Joe Lacob and Jeannie Buss had a conversation. So the fuck what? LeBron is still in purple and gold, and he ain't going nowhere because he don't want to leave LA. He don't want to leave LA. There's a difference between LA and San Francisco. Even though it may be just a car ride away, you know, there's no, LeBron is going to be a Laker. That's where his empire is at. His empire is in Hollywood. His empire is in Hollywood, and he ain't going nowhere. Okay? To the demise of me as a Laker fan, who I will say it, has only been tolerating LeBron for the last 6 years. I'm going to be real with you. I ain't a LeBron fan. Kobe guy. I'm a Magic guy. Kareem, Worthy, Shaq. I ain't a LeBron guy. Bought us a championship. Thanks, nigga. and in the bubble, thanks a bunch. But I do respect the game, the greatness at his age and seasons. I do respect that. I ain't gonna front. To play as well as he has in year 21 at 39 years old, I salute that. But I could care less about an almost trade that happened. So what? I mean, that's like telling somebody, you almost won the lottery. Anybody trying to hear that shit? You get a lottery ticket, and you come within a number or 2 numbers of winning the jackpot, the Powerball, the Mega Million. Are you trying to hear, do you want that reported? Hey, man, such and such almost won the lottery. But they didn't. They still driving the same shit, living in the same spot. They coming to work. They're going to come to work maybe with an attitude because they almost won the lottery. Like San Francisco 49er fans, the next day, they had an attitude because they, gosh darn it, almost won the Super Bowl. You know? I mean, that's just what it is. That's just what it is. But yes, this is All-Star Weekend. I am interested to see if old boy from the G League, Mac McClung, who showed out last year in the dunk contest during All-Star Weekend, I wonder if he's going to be in the dunk contest again this year, because the dunk contest was pretty litty last year, and a lot of it was because of him. And I hope that he's a part of it, and that will be dope. And the NBA is going back to the East and West format. Thank you, God. No more Team LeBron versus Team Giannis, or Team Durant, or Team LeBron versus Team Steph. No more of that. Thank you, God. Thank you that we are going back to East versus West so we can see which conference is better. Which conference is better? Which conference is the best? Okay? I love it. I absolutely love it. So, now as far as football goes, the San Francisco 49ers, Kyle Shanahan been doing some dick moves ever since losing the Super Bowl. You know, and throwing people under the bus, not taking responsibility about his lack of knowing the rules in overtime, and then firing defensive coordinator Steve Wilks. Bruh, during regulations, the only touchdown that 49ers defense gave up was because of a muffed punt. That defense was flying around, and he has to take the fall because you don't know the rules in overtime. I mean, damn, nigga. Damn. I'm like, come on, let's and I love the Shanahan coaching tree because, look, I'm a Denver Bronco fan. Mike Shanahan is everything to me when it comes to coaches. Back-to-back championships, our first 2 Super Bowl championships. Mike Shanahan's everything to me. But Kyle Shanahan, as opposed to now being 0 for 2 in Super Bowls as a coach, 0 for 3 overall because he was offensive coordinator for the Atlanta Falcons, is now kind of trying to throw the pity party. Not cool. Not cool at all. Not cool at all. And apparently, for whatever reason, Jimmy Garoppolo is banned for what illegal substance or what PED. I don't know. Like, Jimmy Garoppolo being banned is funny. It is funny as hell. It is. And I shouldn't say that because I don't want to, laugh at nobody missing work, or getting banned from work. But it's like, bruh, Jimmy Garoppolo got banned for what? What did Jimmy do? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a trip. That is a trip. So I don't think Jimmy has a job right now anyway. I don't know if the Raiders released him or not. I don't know if the I was about to say Oakland Raiders. I don't know if the Vegas Raiders released Garoppolo or not, but I'm like, golly. So it is what it is. So it's really not excuse me, really not much football news to talk about, unless I have one of my diehard homies come on here and they want to talk Eagles or they want to talk Cowboys. Lord knows I ain't trying to talk no damn Cowboys. It's bad enough Micah Parsons is playing in this game. But anyway, for some kind of violation, Garoppolo was banned. But it is now 8:00, 8:01 to be exact. And if you guys watch the last episode of Sports Plus Life, I said that I was going to introduce a new segment to the show called Conspiracy Theories, starring that man right there, as my man Robert Chandler is he's my go-to for conspiracy theories. Now listen, let me clarify what we're going to do here, okay? Rob believes what he's saying, and I am nobody to tell him that what he's saying is not true. I will not do that, because a lot of what he says does have a level of truth to them. You can agree or disagree. Now, Rob said if anybody disagrees, he gonna cuss him out. He said that last show. Nah, homie, you can't do that. You can't do that, because there are gonna be people who disagree with you. That's just what we go through in life. People don't agree with everything we say. You can't cuss them out. For what? Don't cuss them out. But this is a segment that I'm actually excited about. I'm very excited about this segment. So ladies and gentlemen, Sports Plus Life presents to you Conspiracy Theories with Robert motherfucking Chandler.
That's
How you
right.
doing today, bro? How you
I'm
doing?
blessed.
You blessed?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right.
Sorry I'm running late.
No, you are 1 minute late. You were 1 minute late. It's okay. How was your week?
It's been trying. It's tough, but we make it through.
Okay. Everything good? Everything copacetic?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. Did you watch last episode? What up, my sis from another miss? Stay with us, Heather. Did you watch last episode?
I did.
Okay. Are you hype? Are you hype as I am?
I am.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. Okay, because I got some people that's looking forward to this. Okay?
They should be.
All right. So all right, so where do we start? Now, last time we were on here, we were talking about 9/11, talking about fake deaths. Abe Lincoln was fighting vampires who was using adrenochrome. I actually heard about some of that stuff too. So again, I'm not poo-pooing on nothing, bro. We got all of that stuff. We got all of that stuff, bro. We got all that stuff. We got the certain shades of green makes a woman wild for that money, for them dollar bills.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let me see something right here. Let me see something. Oh, you know what? Damn it! I think I get. See, I done gave the change back. Okay, okay. So it is what it is. So, um, well, sir, tell us something we don't know. Tell us something we should look out for.
Something we should be looking out for.
Mhm.
Um, Joe Biden is going to be leaving office here shortly. I can't tell you when, but Joe Biden is we're about to have a change, and um, Kamala Harris, which was born a man.
Whoa, whoa, what?
Yeah, yeah, that's really a man. When the things that I'm saying now, what I'm doing now, this is red pill for a lot of people because I can only show you sites to go to, and you most people might still consider it to be innuendo. But I'm telling you, and now as long as you've known me, you know if I'm sticking to my guns, even when everybody else is no, when I'm going against the grain, how many times have I been wrong going against the grain that you've known me?
Name me the situations again.
Never mind.
Woman, doesn't Kamala Harris have kids though?
They rent kids. Having kids, having kids is nothing. People rent, you can rent kids. They rent kids in Hollywood. They are
She's
renting
not in
kids.
Hollywood. She's in Washington.
Washington, Hollywood, what's the difference?
Okay.
There is no difference.
Okay.
Washington, the CIA been running Hollywood.
Okay.
In, in
I can
fact,
believe
while
that.
we, while we on that vein, because I watch a lot of YouTube, I'm noticing a lot of these rappers linking up, doing videos that normally don't like each other, or their contracts would have prevented them from working together.
Okay.
Now, every couple of days, these guys are dropping some new video. How is that possible? Why is that possible? Hollywood is shut down since the writer's strike, and all the actors. First off, most of the men in Hollywood have a double role as a female. I told you a couple of weeks ago, Tom Cruise got a double as a woman.
You did
So
say that.
so with Hollywood is shut down, the actors aren't acting. That's why another one I watched. So we seen that dumb Dunkin' Donuts commercial
On the Super Bowl.
for the Super Bowl.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
See, everybody in that is locked up or dead in Gitmo, Guantanamo Bay. Them Matt Damon and who's Affleck in the
Ben
jumpsuits,
Affleck. Ben Affleck.
in the Dunkin' Donut jumpsuits. The jumpsuits are orange. You get an orange jumpsuit and Gitmo. You get an orange jumpsuit when you get locked up.
Right.
Yeah, but part of the reason this is so hard for people is because the lies that and the way they use the media
Right.
is so convincing.
I'll give you that. I will give
People
you that. That is the motherfucking truth.
people are not going, as long as they can get up and go to work and their money spends, they're fine. They are absolutely fine. They're going to go to work, come home, take care of their kids, pay, as long as they can do that one thing, spend their money. Hey, look, I'm gonna keep my head down. I'm thankful I got this job. I just don't want nothing to rock this little boat. Something's coming to rock the boat. It's the truth. And the truth is, for most of our lives, we've been paying taxes to pedophiles. How do 80 million children go missing every year? Where in the fuck do they go to?
So is that in reference to the whole adrenochrome thing?
Yeah, that it's
Okay,
even more.
so no, go
It's
ahead.
it's even more than that. The governments and the governments of the world, but specifically our government, the United States government, has a deal with the aliens, and these motherfuckers are taking our children off of this planet. Now I don't give a damn if you white, I don't give a damn if you black, Puerto Rico, I don't give a fuck what you are. I'm not gonna sit back and let you and knowingly know this motherfucker's taking a child off this planet.
So okay, so are they taking them off the planet? Are they bringing them back? Are they replacing them like for the clone or something?
No, they're taking them off the planet for the adrenochrome.
Now what now okay, so now with the adrenochrome, because IKEA actually was talking to me about this yesterday, saying like if you scare the shit out of a kid, you know, that creates the chemical, and then it was called the gold juice or something like that.
Right. You can
Okay.
call it, you got a bunch of different names. Oh, they can call it, they got a bunch of different names. Bunch of different names. All of it is to hide the fact that they are abusing children to get it.
Okay. So and you said because of the adrenochrome, um Abraham Lincoln was fighting vampires. I've actually heard some things about that. You weren't the first person I heard that from.
Look
My
at
question.
Celine,
Oh,
look at
go ahead.
Celine Dion.
And what?
Celine Dion.
Celine Dion is a vampire, or is she fighting vampires?
She's one of the vampires. She needs adrenochrome.
Oh God.
When she had, go back and look at the pictures where her throat is full and her face is full. She looks attractive. She be looking like she could get it. Then is some pictures where she all sunken in and
Like look
haggly
like she's
looking,
aging? Like she's aging?
like she's aging the age she's supposed to be.
All right, so and the only reason I'm giggling is because this is a question I have. So when you say fighting vampires, and I'm talking with regards to Lincoln, was he fighting, just higher up? Were these people are these vampires people who are higher ups per se, or is he fighting I want to suck your blood vampires? Which ones?
No, see, this is what it was. When the English people, the nobility English that came over here during slavery, when they were first found in the country.
Right. Got you. But this is before the Revolutionary War. Am I mistaken?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, before the Revolutionary War. So
Okay.
they were using slaves for the free labor, right? But then, of course, in any kind of slavery, you're going to get people that aren't going to conform to the system, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they were doing all kinds of things with black people as slaves. No matter how, they were doing all kinds of things with black people as slaves. So they were breeding us. So of course, if I'm breeding slaves, I'm going to take my my strong males, right?
Right.
And I'm gonna make sure I mate them with the strong. I'm gonna keep the strong ones together.
So we can create things like the NFL. Okay, keep going.
Create things like the NFL, but at the same time, right? If I'm creating a stronger gene pool, now the people that I'm breeding, right? They can sustain more.
Mm-hmm.
I can drain more adrenochrome. So if I take two strong slaves, put them together, they have a baby, right? Now, from this baby, I might work them, give them a rest, work them, give them when I say work, I mean drain them of adrenochrome, and then stop. I'm gonna drain them for adrenochrome, and then stop because I know I've isolated two strong slaves. You see does that make sense?
Elaborate just a little bit more because I want to make sure I follow you. I'm trying to stay with you now.
Just like if I wanted to breed a dog,
Mm-hmm.
or if I wanted to breed a certain thing out of a breed of dogs, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I'm breeding slaves, because I need some of y'all to be able to work the fields,
Right.
but I need some of y'all to have babies that are strong, so I can use them for the adrenochrome.
The more kids, the more adrenochrome.
The more kids, the more adrenochrome, and it's easier to get it out of children.
Okay, so the more kids, the more adrenochrome. But again, and the adrenochrome makes them stay young.
Yes.
How? That I'm just curious. How? What is in the adrenochrome that makes them stay young?
That's a good question. I'm glad that you asked.
No
The
problem.
adrenochrome taps into a well, first, aging is a disease. So aging isn't naturally, because in the Bible we used to live to like 200, 700 years old.
Really?
So, yes. So the fact that our lifespans have been contracted down to 50, 60, and 70 years.
But I thought, okay, I thought in caveman years they wouldn't live to be nothing but like 30.
No, we 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 as humans are we're eternal. We don't die. That's another myth that they created. And on top of creating that myth about death, when they spray shit in the sky, it's to trap our souls here, so we don't fully reincarnate like we should.
When they spray what shit in the sky? You mean like crop dusters?
It's not crop dusting. The shit that they spraying is chemtrails.
Chemtrails.
Chemtrails. They spraying barium and aluminum, whole bunch of other heavy metals and shit.
Who is they?
Our government.
So to trap our souls on Earth?
Yes.
I
To
have a
trap
question
it.
about that, but I want you to elaborate on these. Again, like I said, you said the adrenochrome, Abraham Lincoln, the vampires. Again, was he fighting? Like I said, were they just regular people choosing not to age, or I mean, because one thing I'm not going to do. Like, there may be some people watching this that's like, man, this dude is tripping. I will not do that. Or if somebody may, because some people are like, oh, if that's true, then they'll ask for these people or whatever to reveal themselves. I'm not doing that because I don't want to. I'm not arrogant like that, and I'm not gonna nuck if I buck. And then when I go to the door, the niggas from Twilight are standing in front of my door. Was it them type of niggas? Was it True Blood Twilight niggas? Fangs and can't go outside at nighttime and shit, or real pale ass looking? Were they the undead? The undead. That's what I mean.
Technically, they are undead. Technically, the sunlight will bother them. So it's everything minus the fangs.
Okay, so how in Twilight, if they would hit the sunlight, they would sparkle a little bit. You mean shit like that?
Yeah, with these guys, with these people, once they start taking their adrenochrome, if they get in some sunlight, it can cause some real serious burns because they need that adrenochrome. Look at The Rock.
You saying The Rock's a vampire?
He's a pedophile.
That's totally different from being a vampire.
He drinks adrenochrome. Yeah, all of them do it. And you know, Oprah got to be about old as a bitch. Oprah should not have not one black hair on her head. Oprah still looked like she was 30 when she first got in the game.
Well, how old was she when she first got in the game?
When Oprah first got in the game, she was in her like early 20s. But she hasn't aged. In fact, she's starting to revert back.
Oh, is that what Madonna's using?
Yep. Thank you. Adrenochrome queen. Yep. And them black kids that she adopted and she trying to change their gender and shit.
So wait a minute, wait a minute, god damn it. You know the phrase black don't crack. It ain't because I know I still look good somewhat, but I've never taken no adrenochrome. I've taken plenty of Castillo, but so black. So when they say black don't crack, is it? Are we? It ain't because of the achrome, is it?
No, for us, it's not adrenochrome. It's melanin.
Got
It's
you. Okay,
natural.
yeah, that's right. Because we kings and queens in this bitch. Okay.
It's natural as long as you don't start drinking adrenochrome. Start drinking the blood of children for adrenochrome.
It's a question I want to ask, but I'm afraid to ask it.
I'm goddamn Cat Williams Jr. I'm gonna name some names. I'm name dropping out this bitch. Charles Barkley, pedophile.
Hold on. How can we stay on the adrenochrome before we get to pedophile status?
Listen, because the two are intertwined in most cases. Okay. If you're a pedophile in this world, when you got money, you're not. If you're a pedophile, you drink adrenochrome. The two aren't too far from each other.
All right. Now, before you start name dropping, to everybody he's name dropping on, I don't have shit to do with this. I know this is my show and this is a new segment I named, but look, I'm just letting this man speak his truth. That's it.
I'll put it out there for you. Yeah.
This nigga said he Cat Williams Jr. All right. No problem.
Yeah. But Charles Barkley, a pedophile. LeBron.
So when you say pedophile, is it because they drinking the adrenochrome or because they're actually doing nasty acts with children?
Both. These people do. Listen, the satanic ritual abuse of molesting a child, that's like smoking the blunt. The drinking the adrenochrome is like smoking a cigarette after. So the two are usually they go hand in hand with each other.
Okay. You said they go hand in hand with each other. Okay. Okay.
And then the other part about it, it's how they start the entrapment and the secrecy. So they get you on camera having sex with a child. Now you're stuck. You work for them now because you're scared to lose your career and embarrassment.
Blackmail, yeah. Well,
yeah. Now the blackmail starts.
Ain't that part of that ritual shit?
Yeah. So once they get you compromised, you're gonna be. It's just an easy slippery slope to go from just molesting a child to drinking children's blood.
And it's only children's blood.
Yeah, what they do adults, but it's better and easier with children.
Well, they should only do adults, if you catch my drift.
No, they shouldn't be doing it to anybody.
I'm not talking about drinking blood. I was talking about something totally different, but okay, I got you.
Yeah. No, these people are, but mind you, these are the same people that we love and adore as actors, rappers, singers, athletes, and politicians.
I don't love and adore no motherfucking politician, but I get you.
But there are people that do, and That's what these people are doing. And they do not want people to know. So as long as they have that I was just about to say it, plausible deniability. As long as they have an inkling of plausible deniability to keep the average man and woman from forming a stable opinion about what's going on, they won.
Is that why they call themselves the elite?
That's why they call themselves the elite. And that's why they came up with the word conspiracy. The word conspiracy came from the CIA after they killed Kennedy. And when people started asking and scratching around at the lie, the obvious holes in the lie that they told.
Now, we all know it was Magneto who killed Kennedy. We all know that. The X-Men did it. I'm just joking. Go ahead.
But yeah.
Okay. So is that all with the adrenochrome vampire theory? So you saying Celine Dion, Titanic, is a vampire?
She needs adrenochrome. Well, actually, she had Gimmo. So she dead.
Huh?
She dead.
She ain't dead. When did she die?
Listen, I don't care what you see on TV. I don't care who you see on TV. Most of these people are dead. You're seeing actors, body doubles, and CGI. Jay-Z, dead. Beyonce, dead.
You mean like the person who they were born on Earth as is now dead?
Dead. If whatever we see, we're seeing body doubles, clones, body doubles, CGI.
Okay. I mean, I've heard of the clones conspiracy for a minute. Okay, and again, I'm not gonna poo-poo on it. I mean, look, none would surprise me. Just the I've been fascinated with the Lincoln and vampire thing. Now, I got another question I want to ask you. Remember you said the shade of green in a dollar bill?
Yeah.
Please explain that one.
So if you notice about how our society operates, right? Now I have to say this. I'm glad we don't have any women on here, so I can just say this, and it, if I'm stepping on some toes, they'll just get over it. But our society is built around men pleasing women.
Mm-hmm. I follow.
So, a lot can be done when a woman has trust, faith, and confidence in a man. As long as a woman has some trust, faith, and confidence in a man, that's going to go a long way, because women bring life into the world, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if motivated in the wrong way, women can be very destructive and take life out of the world. More, not just abortions.
No, I agree. You get no disagreement from me there.
Set niggas up.
A scorned woman is a motherfucker.
A scorned woman is a motherfucker.
Yeah.
So the relationship of most of us men.
These hoes ain't loyal. I'm sorry. Okay.
I mean, that's where I'm going though.
I mean, that one was sitting on the tip of my tongue. Okay.
I'll dress it up a little bit. The majority of us, for most of us men, our relationship with women is dictated by our bank account. Now, some women can be.
There's some real ones out there, though. You do have some real ones out there.
There's some, but cars don't run off of sunshine. Cars don't run off of sunshines and smiles.
No, they don't. No.
And most women not gonna feel comfortable gapping their legs open to a motherfucker that can't even buy them a movie ticket.
This is true.
Or if you can't even pay a light bill or a car note.
This is true.
Give a bitch something. They'll even take that little funky $40. No, but you got. I mean, I'm being honest, but you got to be able to be straightforward and honest about it, or you won't understand.
No, I
When
get it.
when these people it started when they took over in the Garden of Eden,
Oh shit.
when Satan slid into Eve and planted his seed.
Yeah.
So that's how we got Cain and Abel.
Yeah. Now, ladies, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but for those who, do follow biblical things, you do know that according to the Bible, Eve messed that up, not Adam. Y'all do know that, right? Because the forbidden fruit was so shiny. It was shiny. It looked good. It may seem like I'm being funny, but I didn't write it. It's in the Bible.
But look, it is biblical. I'm gonna make this reference for you too, with the shade of the green. So, even with us men, with anything, with most things, jealousy, envy, lust, it all starts with the eyes, right? Now, with this money being green, you and I both know niggas that done threw their whole life away selling drugs so they can get some money to impress some women.
Granted, but before you go on from there, money in America wasn't always green, right?
Right.
At one point it was red and blue, and then way before there was even paper money, there was gold.
Gold and silver. Gold and silver are real money.
Yeah.
Not this green.
Term, gold digger.
That's what these people have been able to do when they took over the country. They made everybody bow down. Oh, the IRS is out of business, and that's about to come to light around March.
Why is it out of business?
Number one, the IRS is a made up 3-letter agency. That's one. Number two, there is no law that says that you have to pay income taxes. This is we're a republic. We operate under democracy. We're not a democracy operating under a republic. That's how they stole our country from us, and interchanging words and using words differently. So instead of the United States for America, our the Declaration of Independence reads the United States of America. See, that's the difference. The United States of America is a corporation. And under corporation, you have no rights. You have privileges. That's why you can be arrested. That's why you have to pay bills and all that. I just started a new way that I pay my light bill. I'm about to start doing it with my cable.
What you doing? You sending them adrenochrome?
No, I send them the bill that they send me, because it's a receipt. If you pay attention when you get your bills,
I just paid my electric bill yesterday. Fuck.
When you pay your bills, all your bills come in all caps. They come in all caps because the government cannot interact with an individual. So what they had to do, they had to falsely create for you and put you in create a corporation using your name without you knowing it. So now when you go and pay your bills, and I'm gonna just guess, but I'm pretty sure you probably put down damn near a good $340 on your electric bill.
Oh. Not
well,
that
whatever it was, you sent that bill, right? Or you paid it over?
Yeah, I paid it on my computer.
You paid it online. Yeah. That's cool. But either way, we know what would have been at the bottom of this. I don't have it now because I mailed it off, right?
Right. Yeah.
At the bottom of your electricity statement.
Yeah.
But it says detach this bill and send back with your payment. Well, if you look at the bottom of that, if you look at the bottom of that bill or coupon, it's got numbers on it, right? Now,
Mm-hmm.
what had two things have numbers on them like that, and money amounts, that's money orders and checks. So what they've done, they send you the bill, you go and send them your money. They use that and your money. They put your money in the pocket. Then they take that coupon and they send it somewhere and they get paid off of that from your trust. From your straw man that you're not supposed to know about.
My
They get
straw
paid
man.
off of it. You have a straw man. Yes, you have a straw man.
That
You
sounds
have
like
a
a limp penis.
you have a trust that the government created at the time of your birth, and they've been trading on your social security number since you were born.
Hmm.
And you can go and look them numbers up. I looked at mine, and I done got. I mean, I'm not even harping on trying to harp on myself or pat myself on the back, but anybody who has, if you graduated high school, you served in the military, you graduated from college, all these things, your trust is making some shit of money. You might be worth millions of dollars that you can't get access to.
But on my Wikipedia page, it only shows that I'm worth $200.50.
Don't worry. When people are about, we are about to wake up, and when people wake up, oh,
Well,
they're gonna be so mad.
you know what happens if you don't pay what's on that piece of paper that says detach?
They
All
cut
that
it
stuff
off.
you got in the background is going to be dark than a motherfucker. Hey, look, let me tell you something. I would be thrilled if we didn't have to pay no damn taxes. But I do like getting a tax check. But if I had a choice, so let me ask you something. If you had a choice between not paying taxes and getting taxes back, what would you choose?
Not paying taxes, because what are
Me too.
getting taxes back? The only thing that is,
You ain't getting
when
back
you
all the
get
taxes
taxes,
they took out.
the only thing getting a tax return is an interest-free loan that the government took from you.
That's the truth.
That's like getting fucked in the ass.
Oh God.
Excuse my French. That's like getting fucked in the ass and not even giving a shit.
Quite the comparison, sir.
It is. You gonna be. That's like somebody. That's like you. It's like you leave the bank every Friday, and you know this 6'3", 280-pound thug is gonna whop you in the head and take a few $100s.
Oh yeah, that sucks. Yeah,
And you gonna do this every Friday.
yeah.
I mean, at some point in time, some gonna have to give.
And it might have to be that ass. I'm just playing.
Shit's crazy. No, what happens is, see, what they do, the entrapments and entanglements of life make you acquiesce. So it's a lot easier to go ahead and pay these bills. Definitely you gonna pay the bills. You got kids.
Mm-hmm.
You want a woman. Sure, you got some of these green dollar bills. You can pay bills and keep shit on.
Now, now we're getting to an age where everything is manufactured online. Blah 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 blah. A lot of people don't carry green dollar bills like they used to. Is it more or less the visual of all the access to green dollar bills that you could possibly have, or is it the green dollar bills specifically?
It's the green dollar bill specifically.
Okay.
And mind you, women don't know this. That's the other part. They're completely unaware of this. But again, you can't most women, you can't show that you got a pocket full of money without them reaching to take it.
Or making plans of what you're gonna do with it.
Right.
You get no debate, you get no argument from me there. It's just the whole green shade, that's that's why this is the new segment, Conspiracy Theories with Robert fucking Chandler. Okay. Now, you said something. I said I had a question I wanted to circle back around to. When you said the stuff they spray in the sky is to trap our souls from, you said what, reincarnating the way it's supposed to?
Right. To keep you stuck in it's called a soul trap.
Now, and that stuff stays in our atmosphere.
Yep. But now the Trump and the White Hats are in control, and they've been spraying hydroxychloroquine in the air, and that's to battle what they've been doing.
Okay. Are we living in a dome? Is the whole notion of outer space a farce? Or are we living in a dome with kind of a kind of like almost like Wakanda? I'm serious.
Yeah. We are living in, see what it is. When they say Antarctica is an ice wall that goes all the way around all 8 continents. Now, outer space, well, 7 continents. No, yeah, 7 continents.
Okay.
So, like when you see the spaceship go, when they launch space shuttles.
Yeah.
The space shuttle will ascend to a certain height. But you ever notice all the cameras cut off at a certain point? You never actually see the rocket escape our atmosphere, and you won't. And they never.
What about those satellite dishes that are supposed to be out of our atmosphere?
The satellite dishes, weather balloons.
How do they escape the atmosphere then?
They don't. They can get they might be up at 80 and 90,000 feet.
So there actually no satellite dishes that are out of space.
Not satellite dishes in the way that they would have us think. Because remember, and I ask people this all the time: if we got satellite dishes, right? Why do we have transatlantic cables? Why is the whole world on pins and needles hoping that the Houthis in Yemen don't cut that cable, that transatlantic cable going to Europe? If they cut that cable, they will cut the like 80 or 90% of the internet traffic on Earth. That would effectively shut down the internet. But if they do that, it's going to be called a cyber attack from Russia, a hack. They're going to call it something else.
So they say that Skynet is finally taking over.
Right. They're going to call it something else to keep people confused.
I mean, the way people are so dependent on the internet, if the internet is cut around 90% of the world, people are going to be confused anyway, no matter what you can call it, no matter what you call it. I mean, niggas will be going back to 6, 8, and 12. Shit.
You ain't even going to have 6, 8, and 12. Because remember, we stopped using analog. We stopped using analog signals.
And this is why the fuck I keep my retro video games. So if that shit ever happens, I can still have entertainment. Bitch! Because now all of these video games are powered through the internet. Ooh,
When
Lord
the
have mercy.
when the EBS goes off, it's gonna take over the radio, the television. We're gonna get a movie playing 3 times a day for 8 hours for
That's
10
right.
days.
Nigga, I got plenty of DVDs in this bitch. I still got VHSs in this bitch. Ha ha. Nigga, I'm ready. And I do still have VHSs in this bitch. Because I do still have a VCR. Ooh. Yeah. 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 So is outer space real?
Not in the way not in the way that they have been portraying it.
So what was the man walking on the moon then?
We, depending on who you talk to, we have been to space. Some people say we have, some people say we haven't. They say we have gone to space, but they say when they got up there, the aliens were already up there and basically told them, don't come back.
So is that why when they first walked on the moon, they had that about couple minute delay on camera?
No, that did what they did, what we are accustomed to seeing was done by Stanley Kubrick. That was done here on Earth.
Oh man, I thought they had found a Transformer spaceship.
It's all fake. It's all fake. So like when the shuttle takes off, when they launch a shuttle, it goes up to a certain point, but then and they do it. They've been doing it since they launched shuttles. Every network they stop filming at a certain point. The shuttle's going to turn down and to the ocean. It might be inside of the ice wall. It might be outside of the ice wall.
And the ice wall is Antarctica.
The ice wall is Antarctica. And in fact,
there's no population on there.
There's no population on there. And now some of the drama that started this week, Iran wants to claim they want to claim Antarctica.
So why would that even be classified as a continent if it's no population? What is it, like a couple of like military bases that are on Antarctica?
Well, first you got to look at the deception. The deception, you need people to think that it's another continent, right? So they have this idea that all land masses have a shape, a defined shape, and that further goes along to support the idea, the heliocentric idea of a globe Earth, right? If people knew that our 7 continents were encircled around the ice wall, they'd be trying to get out.
So basically what you're saying is the Earth is flat.
Earth is flat.
All right, Kyrie. Okay. And I'm not saying that to be funny.
And look, hey,
but it would make sense if we live in a dome.
Listen, there are underwater passages that you can take that go from the Atlantic Ocean to take you to the Five Finger Lakes and upstate New York. Ask me how.
How?
The Earth is like a honeycomb, so there are tunnels underneath the surface of the Earth. Now imagine knowing this information now. Imagine what that would mean for our Marines and our Navy. How many submarine bases can you fit around the United States, knowing that underneath is a honeycomb? Where would you put them? Where would not put one? What if I put one in Lake Erie? Why do we have such a huh?
In Cleveland?
What? Why not?
Okay.
How? Look at this. So we know about the 5 lakes,
Yeah.
right?
And the
Now,
Lakers. Yeah.
5 lakes and the Lakers. It's our Navy can navigate ships from up there through locks and channels and shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what if you could get a sub from one of them from one of them Great Lakes through the honeycomb out to the Atlantic? That would be a strategic advantage. Very strategic
A strategic advantage for who?
for our military.
Okay. For
Or what if
specifically the U.S. military?
specifically the US military? Now, what if somebody wanted to attack us?
Now, what if somebody wanted to attack us?
Yeah. What if the Russians found out where the spot was and put one of their submarines, put several submarines, and came into the heartland of the United States and started launching nuclear missiles from their subs from the Great Lakes? We'd be toast.
Well, let's pray that the Russians don't watch this.
They already know about it. Everybody knows about it.
Oh, well, I
Other
guess it does.
militaries know about it. They need us, the people, to stay ignorant about it.
Okay. So, okay. so, so the Earth is flat, and we're in a dome. I remember last time you said that I mentioned the movie Doctor Strange. How does all of that configure into anything? Because you said that you believe in the metaverse, and I'm not saying that I don't. I mean, I think that'd be pretty trippy to meet another version of myself. How does all of that configure with flat planet, dome planet, outer space, question mark, you know?
There are different dimensions. There are different dimensions that exist right on top of each other, but we can't see them.
Kind of the space between spaces.
Right. Like
Gotcha.
in one dimension, there's got to be a dimension somewhere where I'm winning, right?
Dimension X.
And that I'm winning. I'm with the girl of my dreams. I got all this money, all of that.
Dimension X. Dimension X.
You can call it whatever you want.
So, okay, so in each different dimension, we exist on each dimension?
Yes.
Oh, I want to see that shit. Oh, do I? Do I?
Exactly.
I just think if if there's another dimension, if there or 2 or 3 dimensions, and I can meet another version of me, do you think I'm this fucking goofy in the other dimensions?
I think in another dimension, another version of you is mean.
What? Why would you say something like that?
Because it's gonna be your doppelganger. It's gonna be your opposite.
Oh man. Okay. Well, but you said it's more than one dimension.
Yeah.
So, okay, one dimension version of me could be mean. What about another dimension version?
Yeah.
All of them are gonna be mean?
No, not all of them mean, but just different versions of yourself.
Okay, so chill Brandon needs to link up with this Brandon so we can stop evil Brandon from being a dickwad.
Now you talk about time travel, which is real. Yeah. And they've been looking backwards and forwards in time using this thing called the looking glass. Project Looking Glass.
Okay. So how long the time machine been here?
Ooh. Time machine been here. Wow. Time machine's been here a while.
And it didn't just come from Indiana Jones, right?
No.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you something. If a time machine does exist, can I please get on that bitch? Please. Look,
Well,
listen. Out of all these conspiracy theories, you're not gonna see me ask for none of them shits to come to fruition. None of them. But if a nigga can get on a time machine, if a nigga can have access to a time machine, sign me up immediately.
the good guys have been going back.
Who the
And
fuck's the good guys?
the white hat military.
All right, ain't none of these. What makes them the good guys?
Because they don't want to see humanity enslaved anymore. They're finally able to stand up and fight back
And
to
who
the.
runs the white hat military?
It's a it's a it's a lot of them, and it's not just America, and now it's all over. But they take a lot of their direction from Trump.
Oh God. All right. Well, all right. So okay. All right. I'll go back to my original statement. If they got a military, if they got a time machine, sign my black ass up. I would
Hold
love
on.
to go back in time.
You would love to go back in time.
I
Now
would.
you got listen,
I would.
you got to be extra. Think about this now. Little small changes, anything can have a huge effect on your present and your future.
Oh, I know. I know.
What
I know
if
this.
what if what if you never spoke to certain people in high school?
I know exactly where you're going with that.
Hold on. What if I go back and make it so my mama is straight up in church and don't talk to nobody?
You know you're referencing to something that somebody was talking to me about today when I was explaining to them this segment of this show called the butterfly effect. You know about that?
Mm-hmm.
What's the butterfly effect?
It's not the Mandela effect.
No, not the Mandela effect, nigga. Butterfly effect. What the butterfly effect is, nigga? Come on
I
now.
don't know. I ain't got it.
Oh, this is your segment. Boy, stop. Boy, stop. You don't know the butterfly effect. The butterfly effect is where the effect of everything that you've ever done in your life leading to your present state. What do you got to say about that? Uh-huh.
I can
Everything
feel
that
that.
you've ever done in your life, everybody you talked to, everything you ever bought, any decisions that you made, that's led to your present state right now. Right now. The butterfly effect, nigga. This is your segment. This is your segment, nigga. I ain't supposed to be educating you. You supposed to be educating me. Yeah, boy. That what that sound like. But that sound like it goes hand in hand with time travel, sir. Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like even if you could go back and change the past, would you?
Whose past? My personal past or the past in general?
Your personal past.
If I got on a time machine, and I've thought about this a lot, if I was to get on a time machine, it would be um, it would be a civil war in my head of what to go change my personal past or history's past. And when I say history's past, I'm that type of person where a lot of shit wouldn't have happened if I had a time machine. Because I would go back to said event and I would fuck some people up. I'm being honest with you. Let me give you an example. You can call me a freedom fighter, whatever. If I could get access to a time machine, which is why I'll never get one, I would rally up some troops to go back to certain events. Some of our country's most racist and ugly events. And not only would I stop it from happening, I would send a message. Let me put it that way. I would send the message so thorough that by the time we got back to 2024, everything would be different. Everything would be different. Martin Luther King would not have went out like that. Malcolm X would not have went out like that. Emmett Till would not have went out like that. Fred Hampton would not have went out like that. Not if I got access to a time machine, nigga.
First off, of all of those, I'm gonna have to interrupt you.
Go ahead.
Martin Luther King. I love Dr. King. I got after the fifth grade, I figured out how to get easy A's. If I couldn't do nothing else, I should always get at least one goddamn A with as many reports on Dr. King as I done.
Boy, that's all about cannabis. That's why you ain't get more A's with your ass.
No, but there is a some of the way that he lived his life, some of the things he did behind the cloth, behind the speaking, behind the freedom fighting. People don't want to talk about that, right? Because they're going to say that's now you're disparaging his name and his image. No, I want the whole truth. So when Dr. King came to town, he was preaching and this, that, and the third, and then he wanted to slide and go get him a drink and a piece of ass. Let's discuss that. Because that's what was going on. So Dr. King was a philanderer. He was a cheater.
Careful.
Look, these are the facts.
Okay.
He was cheating. The FBI had was threatening him to tell his wife.
Well, you know, this is one thing I learned about. One thing I've learned about people of color when it comes to civil rights leaders, or when it comes to people who can influence actual change in the most important place, change in the mind. They kill him. Martin, Malcolm, Fred,
Tupac,
Big, they kill him. So that's why when we talk time machines, it would be dangerous for a person like me. And I don't say that as me being like a threat to society. No, because that's not in my heart. But what is in my heart is I'm not anti anything. I'm pro my people and the fair treatment that my people have not gotten in this country. That would be the grand scale of me with a time machine. Now, me personally, if I was to go back in a time machine, if it was just for me, I don't know what I would
see. A dangerous thing. We gonna come. Slavery didn't happen the way that these people made it happen. That these people made it out to be. So first of all, where are all the ships? The ships that they would
trade, the North Atlantic slave trade, my friend.
Yeah, but where are the ships at? They don't have that. That's one. They don't have that many.
Titanic. The fuck?
The what? The Titanic.
I said probably with the Titanic at the bottom of the ocean.
They didn't have enough ships.
Don't
That's
go
one.
Kanye
Number
on me.
two, we
Don't go,
were already here.
don't go Kanye on me now.
We were already here. You ever see some African Americans that are like real close to Native American
What do you mean?
in complexion?
Oh,
That's what
yeah.
that's what they did when they were going around and trying to categorize us. The people didn't know who or what the hell they were looking at, so they called Native Americans Negroes, stealing their birthright from them, and then they call some of us Negroes Native Americans.
What?
See, at one time how they ran this country, depending on what your status was, you were granted certain rights, or you were forbidden from doing certain things. Of course, paying of course voting. They won't trying to let no niggas vote.
Clearly.
Marriage, they won't let no a white woman marry somebody with some melanin in their skin. She losing all her rights and privileges as a white woman.
No, I got you. I mean, we know this.
That was then.
So let me ask you something. If you in this time machine, if you could go back in a time machine for you, what would you do?
If I would go back in the time machine for me,
yeah.
Shit. I don't know. Since I've come across that idea, there was a point in time when I was in middle school, we was doing real bad. I would have probably sometime around 88, 87. I would go back
when and taking ass and taking names. Yeah.
No, I'd
well, as you said 87, 88. I said when Magic was kicking ass and taking names.
Yeah. I go back then to hit the lottery. But see,
you would do the Back to the Future.
Yeah. But see, the strange thing is when you change just a little bit of history or just a little bit of your past, you're going to affect something else, thereby creating another demon, another devil, right? Because even now, at my age of 47, if I go back to 87, look, I might have been like 7, 8, 9 years old. I would have been like maybe between 9 and a preteen or whatever. So, people that don't learn how to manage themselves, whether it be with money or substances, you're still going to be the same person. If you give a drunk $1 million,
you're going to drink it up.
You're going to drink it up. Now, if you take this drunk and work with them for about 6 months, right, on their drinking, and then you go and give them the $1 million, and then see what you get.
Now I'm gonna finish answering my question in regards to what I would do personally. But is there a time limit that you can be back in the past? Can you only be in the past for like a day or a week or a month or a year?
From what I'm understanding, the process pulls on your life force.
Elaborate.
Like it pulls on you. It's a draining, taxing type of thing. It pulls on your life's energy. So I don't know if it can. I think I heard people say that it can kill you, but it's taxing. It's taxing on your soul.
I guess the longer you stay, the weaker you get.
Yeah, that type of deal.
So like on some Back to the Future type shit. Well, no,
Yeah.
not necessarily. It was with Back to the Future. If certain events didn't happen, then the parents would have never got together and the family doesn't exist.
Right.
For me, that's the catch-22 for me, because I wouldn't want to do anything to jeopardize the existence of my children.
Exactly.
Now, if there was any time that I could go back to and be honest with you, it would be 2001. It would be 2001. I would say at first I was thinking like 98, but my maturity level, damn, I can't sit here and say with a straight face that my maturity level from 98 to 2001 had edged that much. I'm a fucking clown. Like, I'm talking about between the ages of 14 to 17. No, you know what? No. I think about the events of 98. I think about the events of 2001. If I could go back anytime, it would be 2001. Really, honestly, to see, and I wouldn't have to go back this far to see this person again, but I would leave myself some advice. I wouldn't want to meet myself. Now, is it like catastrophic if you meet yourself? Like if you actually talk to your past self?
From what I'm understanding, meeting yourself can be it can be real dangerous.
Or is it dangerous, or is it like The Preacher's Wife when Denzel went away? You never remember. You never knew he was there. It was as if he was never there. Totally out of sight, out of mind.
No, this meeting yourself is be like who met themselves? And Back to the Future, didn't they meet themselves? Didn't one of them meet themselves? Oh no, they was ducking.
Yeah.
And I think it's like one of them situations. You gotta duck yourself. Then you gotta like leave little messages to yourself, and then you gotta.
I would do. That's what I would do.
And you gotta let it's like you gotta let yourself know you're gonna see yourself and not to flip the fuck out.
See, let me tell you what I would do if that was the case. And let me give you my best case scenario. And see, now I'm letting y'all motherfuckers into my mind. And I think about this shit a lot. I'm letting y'all into my mind. And I'm letting y'all into my creative side. Now, if it was the way that you're talking about, I would in both cases, I would really be going back for the same reason. But if it was the case where I couldn't see myself, like I couldn't meet myself, I would leave myself subtle little messages like who wins the Super Bowl for the next 20 years and the NBA Finals. Fuck a lottery. I would just be a damn good bettor. I would leave myself just some life advice. Just some life advice. And again, I just wouldn't want to do anything to hindrance the existence of my kids in the form that they are. I wouldn't want to do that. But there's that. And I would go back just to see my dad, see my grandmother, see my dad, see my grandmother, see my grandfather. Which leads to my best case scenario. What I would do is I would go back as me. I would go back in time. Wow, the person I am now, my soul, my brain, my heart, my brain, my soul, my memory, my knowledge would be transferred into the 17-year-old version of me for a week, maybe two. You know, whereas, hey, I'm not, I wake up, I'm in 17-year-old's me body, but but everything about me is who I am now.
No, it don't work like that.
I know it doesn't work like that. I wish it did, but that's if I could have my best case scenario, that's the way I would do it. I would go back for not to be in 2001 and 2002 and 3 and blah blah blah, but just maybe for a week, so I could more or less, so I could leave myself when eventually I do transfer back into my present body. But I could leave my 17-year-old self the information I need to know, but at the same time be able to physically see and acknowledge and hug some of my deceased friends and relatives. You feel me? So I could go back to school for a week or two and wig the fuck out. And they'd be like, "Are you okay, Brandon?" Yeah. Yeah, I'm good. Like, you certainly are intelligent. You know? I'm like, and then I would just say something stupid like I do now. But at the same time, be able to see my dad and try to hold back tears and him wondering why the hell I'm crying, or see my grandmother, or see my cousin, or see a couple of my cousins who ain't here no more, or my homies.
You would have to hide out and duck and be real, like cloak and dagger, trying to talk to people, because think about it, like, let's say the 17-year-old you. So the 17-year-old you was, let's say you might have just been talking to your pops and you left, and then 30 minutes later he see the you that's sitting here right now trying to talk to him. He gonna flip the fuck out.
No, what I'm saying is that he wouldn't see this version of me. He wouldn't see this body version of me. He would just think that he was talking to a 17-year-old son. I wouldn't say things that I know, and I wouldn't say things in 2001 that I would know in 2024. I would keep it as, because I remember all my conversations that I had with my pops when I was 17. I would try to keep it as much as that as possible. For me, it's more of a story. It would be more of a story that would make you cry, because I would just cherish more hearing his voice, seeing him, like my grandmother. You know, I would cherish more of those things as opposed of now me, the 17-year-old me who was out there with Sean and David, you know, running around acting crazy. I mean, I would just look, what I would do is the first day that I was there, I would just be kind of quiet, just to relearn the 2001 lingo. Just to learn the 2001, which it wouldn't be hard. It wouldn't even take me a full day. It would take me probably about 2 class periods.
2 class.
I'm being real with you. You know, that's whack. You know, because I still say that shit. You know, because if I went in 2001 talking about something, you capping, a nigga would be like, "You shooting? Who's shooting? What?" You know, if I went in there with a nice chain on, but saying, "Yeah, I like your drip," they'd be like, "What? Drip? The fuck is drip?" They'd be like, "Yo, bling, nigga, bling, bling. Your ice."
Hey.
This nigga, was you on the toilet shitting while we was talking, nigga?
Hey, don't nobody got to know that.
Hey, bro, this nigga wildin', yo. Oh, damn. Don't nobody know except for the people that's watching this motherfucker. Oh, my gosh.
It's all good. I ain't mad.
This nigga's on the toilet drop. That you could at least, well, we ain't hear nothing. All right, we ain't hear nothing.
Exactly.
All right, okay. What do you had, a silencer on your butthole or something, nigga?
Yeah, that was some healthy shit.
Yeah, literally. I need some people to put in the comment box. Yes, I already got a comment saying I didn't need to know. God damn.
That was Alicia.
No, I want Alicia. You should have muted your microphone when you flushed the toilet, nigga. That's how we found out. What the fuck? You nasty bastard.
Among other things.
God damn. Well, that's what I would do when it comes to time machine. You little funky booty ass little boy. Um, yeah, I would. That would be where I would take it to.
I can't wait.
Which again, and that would be tough. That like in my best case scenario, that would be even tougher. That'd be even harder because I would see some people. I would see some females where I'd be like, "Oh shit, oh,
Not the females.
oh." I would see my females of choice back then, and the female who I real talk, the female I end up having kids with, and I'd be like, huh. Like, huh. Like, I better get back to 2024. That's when Roman and London would have to be on my mind. I got to get back to 2024.
I know that's right.
Nah, but I mean, that's a conspiracy theory for your ass, bro. Oh shit, they got boxing on tonight. Ooh. Well, what else do you want to tell us, sir, that we don't know? This is fun. Are you enjoying this?
Yeah. Watch the news.
No.
And more. Well, you seen Alejandro Mayorkas got impeached?
Who the hell is that?
He is the second.
Jackson.
Huh?
I said, who is Alibaba Jackson?
He's the head of the DHS, Department of Homeland Security. They impeached him for not securing the border.
They need to impeach the motherfuckers who's not securing the fact that everybody who lives in this punk ass country needs health insurance. But I digress. Go ahead.
Facts. And it should be free.
Free. That's what gives Canada the leg up on us because Canadians care about their motherfucking citizens. It's all about the mighty dollar in this country.
Yeah, but wait a minute.
But go ahead, tell me about Alibaba Jackson. What his name is?
Alejandro Mayorkas.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, he is responsible for the border, the homeland. So he obviously hasn't been doing his job. But the healthcare in Canada, they have assisted suicide.
Huh?
Yeah, that help you kill yourself. 8-year-olds, 67-year-olds. Yeah. Government sanctioned suicide.
So the government is sanctioning people offing themselves. That's here?
No, that's Canada.
Oh. Well, at least they're gonna kill themselves on a mattress. Insurance, my brother. Insurance.
I guess. But it's instead of your government helping you, so you waiting on disability, you just got your leg is fucked up, you feeling depressed. So instead of getting you some counseling and some help, they offer you, well, you want to die anyway. Just go ahead.
we gonna give you a firing squad.
Yeah, just go ahead and take this pill.
Funny, but I'm just saying.
Come on into
That's fucked up. I don't mean to laugh because when you put it that way, you know what I'm saying, your leg is fucked up or you have a disability and you depressed. I need some help. And the government says, want some help getting it over with? That's fucked up.
That's how they doing them up there. And then in Canada too, I don't know if you notice, people been waiting a year or two for relatively minor surgeries that we can get down here rather routinely, even with all of the bureaucracy and red tape.
I don't give a fuck. They have free health care. Okay. Didn't y'all niggas didn't go if you government, if you watching, didn't y'all watch John Q? You selfish motherfuckers. Didn't y'all watch that movie?
But look, when we have this reset, there are 6,000 patents that are going to be released.
Reset. Who? What? Who?
We're
Reset.
gonna have a we're gonna have a financial. Actually, I don't want to say reset because reset is what the cabal uses. That's the bad word. We're gonna have a great awakening.
I was gonna say that sounds like some NWO shit.
We're gonna have a great awakening because people are gonna we're gonna awaken to the fact that we don't have to succumb to the IRS and the Fed that they are false and fake. We're gonna succumb. We're gonna awaken to the knowledge that we are supreme beings and that we should not have to work and slave. And for most people that's going to sound like a foreign concept because our minds have not been we haven't been taught to think like that. Our in this society, the way that they have it shaped as men, our whole everything that we exist around is to take care of family. That's what you're expected to do.
Yeah. Well, that's all I want to do. I just want to take care of my kids, man. That's all I want to do.
And have no other aspirations, nothing about owning a business or running a business, but really just keeping a job and taking care of your kids. Keep your head down, keep your nose clean.
Well, I definitely want to, keep my nose clean, but my business is what I'm doing now. If it's any business that I want, it's what we're doing right now. Okay.
Right.
That's now as opposed to, owning a physical store. But I get what you're saying. Now that makes perfect sense. Yeah.
Because so many men and women, they go to work and instead of pursuing that idea that they want, that they have, is going to bring them financial freedom, they spend it with the television, a bottle, or some drugs, or some other kind of illicit activity. I'm not talking about you.
Oh, I was gonna say, I was gonna say no drugs. You said a bottle, all right, guilty. But you said drugs, no drugs, no drugs, no drugs. Well, people will say, "Oh, well, the bottle is a drug," but hey, Rome wasn't built in a day. And I'm just saying, it's Friday. That's what I say. It's Friday, bitches. It's Friday. Keep going.
But yeah, we are about to find out. And actually, with you starting this segment is great because people are going to be able to start seeing the things that I'm saying, and they're going to be able to start seeing it on TV.
Well, I told you, when you said Abe Lincoln fighting vampires, I said, okay, brother. and I meant what I said, that I was going to start this segment of the show and give you a platform. And I didn't start the show today until 7:45. I had a lot of shit going on between 5:30 and 7:30. Well, I wanted to start at 7:30, but this specific segment is now going on for almost an hour and a half, and it's fascinating. And this is going to be every Friday segment. Now, what I am also going to do, because what this is really letting me know is that my Friday editions of Sports Plus Life Talking Ish is going to be in particular a long episode. I'm going to start interviewing people like, local artists and things like that. I'm going to start doing things like that before we do the conspiracy theory segment. So we'll play all of that stuff by ear. And let's say I have an interview next week, which is very possible. I haven't gotten confirmation of it yet. This is why I'm not saying it's confirmed. But let's say I have an interview next week. I'll just let you know when a good time to start the next conspiracy theorist segment of the show will be. But I mean, there's a part of it for me that's based on entertainment. I'm not gonna sit here in front. There's a part of it for me that's that finds this very inquisitive. So, and I know, and the fact that you're enjoying, I mean, I'm not gonna sit here. You asked for adult conversation. I'm not gonna sit now. There's gonna be some things that you say that make me fucking laugh. That make me fucking laugh and be like, nigga, what? But you said adult conversation, no problem. But that also is because you know me. You know how I am. You know I make jokes about everything. You know I'm not gonna sit here and try to clown you or make a mockery of you, no matter what my facial expressions say. My facial expressions are reacting to the information that you're giving me. So yeah, and for those who listen, who join us for the Friday set, this is going to be a reg. Doesn't mean that like I said, I will still do interviews. I will still talk relationships. I love to talk relationships. I love to talk relationships and give my opinions on relationships. Now, if you ask me questions about relationships, I will give you the answer to the best of my ability, because I will also say this: do you really want to take relationship advice from a single nigga? But I will give you advice to the best of my ability with the information that you give me. I will say this: just because my relationship didn't work does not mean I am not anti-relationship. I am not anti-relationship. I'm just anti-bullshit when it comes to relationship.
I think we're all there. I was married for 13 years, and I give people 12 relationship advice.
Huh?
I give people relationship advice.
Not on this motherfucker, you won't. Not on this motherfucker, you won't. You gonna leave that to me.
Yeah. My advice is about the same as yours.
Okay.
But then more of my advice is gonna come from what I learned. So if I'm trying to tell somebody something or guide them or possibly teach them something, it's always gonna be start with yourself first.
That's good advice.
Before you might be, if men and women, you might be dealing with a man or a woman that's a whole shit bag, right?
That's good advice.
But always start with yourself first.
Absolutely. I gotta see that. That's where I gotta let 30-year-old Robert Chandler go, because if y'all heard 30-year-old Robert Chandler's relationship advice, Me Too movement wasn't out back then.
Hell no.
The Me Too movement would have canceled his ass. If I don't get what I want, I take what I want.
Oh, I'm still like that. I just clean the shit up.
No, you're not.
Hold on. First, I ain't never had to take no sex from no woman.
Okay. I'm just saying, so, you know how that comes off, right?
Because I understand how it comes off.
Like fucking rapists. We used to say that shit back then.
I'm not a rapist, but
I know that.
I am determined about being successful and getting the things that I want. And I have had to, especially in the light of the times that we live in. Oh, did you know that R. Kelly got released?
He got released.
And he done dropped some new music.
No, he got released.
Check it out on YouTube.
No, hold up. No. I ain't gonna check it on YouTube. I'm gonna Google that shit. Keep going.
So, yeah, there are things about myself that's why I started I had to start mental health. I had to admit that I got some anger issues. I had assaulted a close family member.
That nigga not out of jail. Stop telling lies.
You think say still?
No, he ain't released. That nigga not out of jail. Stop making
R. Kelly got a new video out. Check the.
Bro, that's nigga. You can do work release. Suge Knight has a podcast in jail. I'm serious.
Oh, I know he was in jail, but I ain't know
Suge Knight got a poppin' ass podcast in jail.
So how does that work? Like, that's a lot of phone time.
No shit. No shit.
So niggas letting them ride the phone like that? Like,
bro, all you got to do is go to YouTube and pull up Suge Knight podcast. This nigga has a legit podcast.
I've heard that.
Bro, I was going to say, R. Kelly ain't supposed to be released until 2045, bro. God damn, that's a long time from now. Yeesh.
No, that I must see. That's that
conspiracy theory shit.
Misinformation. I'm hearing. I must be getting
Fake
some
news.
misinformation.
I was gonna say if R. Kelly was out of jail, niggas would have been heard about that shit. That shit would have broke social media like the Cat Williams interview.
Cause for real, and we can start with him. So,
hey, Leisha.
with some of the shit that these people is doing, right? Were they trafficking, especially trafficking women?
Who? Like R. Kelly?
Yeah,
That's some of the
he wasn't,
charges he was brought up on. Yeah,
but he wasn't the only one that was trafficking women. He was more like a
he was he was the scapegoat. Now
scapegoat.
he did it. Now he did his fuckery. Don't get it twisted.
He was a facilitator.
Man, look, a lot of these people, you said it earlier when we first started the conspiracy theory segment. You started earlier saying by a lot of these people who we love, your heroes, blah 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 blah. They all involved in that shit. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. And the fucked up part about it is, well, no, I'm not even gonna say that because it's like but no, like R. Kelly, because all of the shit that I've been hearing, like all of this shit about Diddy and other people, I'm like, the fuck is R. Kelly in jail for?
Exactly.
Or why doesn't R. Kelly have some cellmates, some equally famous cellmates?
Why hasn't R. Kelly started running his mouth?
Oh, that nigga did start running his mouth. But see, where R. Kelly, because I listen to Kwame Brown's Bus Life, his YouTube page a lot. R. Kelly, this was during the summer, R. Kelly called him from jail during one of his podcasts. And where he's trying to get another trial is the fact that there was a lot of evidence that was left out on purpose, that was deleted. And a lot of it has to do with that chick, Tasha K. You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why he's trying to, but nigga, don't be telling me no shit like that. Tell me some R. Kelly got released. Don't tell me no shit like that.
Part of the reason
nigga, I was about to blast Trapped in the Closet right fucking now. Don't do that shit.
I'm not particularly happy about R. Kelly or his whole situation, but I can totally see after studying this for so long, because mostly what they do, if someone is abusing or molesting someone, they've been abused and molested.
Well, yeah, I mean,
not as a child, as an adult.
Well, I don't know about that, but I know on the Surviving R. Kelly documentary, they will mention how he was abused as a child.
Right. So now he was abused as a child, but then when he got into Hollywood, there are people who helped him, who helped facilitate the shit that he was doing.
Of course. I mean, bro, that's what everybody's figuring out.
Where are those motherfuckers?
Yeah, that's what everybody's figuring out. I mean, that's what everybody's figuring out.
And then how come with these girls and their parents? If he's so damn bad,
them niggas should be in jail too.
If he's so damn bad and he got bitches locked up and this and this and the third or whatever, where they fucking parents at?
Bro, this is what I'm gonna say. For what R. Kelly has done, R. Kelly deserves to be right where the fuck he is. Here's my thing. And here's where me and some people disconnect about that whole R. Kelly situation. I still and will always fuck with the nigga music. I will always fuck with the nigga music. Because
I know I done got more ass than a motherfucker. I done blew out some backs. You hear me?
Nigga, ain't nobody trying to hear that shit.
I done blew some backs out on some R. Kelly.
Oh God. Look, that's not where I was going with that, man. I was saying is that I can separate the artist from the other nigga. I can separate the artist from the pissing on bitches nigga.
Hey, some bitches want to get pissed on. Some women want to get pissed on.
Yeah, I know that.
See what I did there?
I know that, and that's actually hilarious to me, actually,
Some men like getting pissed on.
Let me finish what I'm saying. Okay, so I will always fuck with R. Kelly's music. That's where me and some people disconnect because, I mean, like we said earlier, half of these motherfuckers out here, if they knew what their heroes actually did and know that they listen to their music, like, what if you found out some fucked up shit about your favorite artist who's still free? Would that stop you from listening to their music? No, I don't think so. It's just because R. Kelly's specific situation was made so public. But don't get me wrong. For what R. Kelly did, he deserves to be right where he's at. But it should be a slew of other famous people who should be right the fuck there.
Jay-Z.
Yeah, there's a slew of famous people who deserve to be right the fuck there next to him, if not with a harsher sentence than him. Because you almost got to give this nigga somewhat of a reduced sentence just because the nigga's illiterate. I mean, look, if I was R. Kelly's lawyer, I'd be like, well, you know he can't read. He read the birth certificate wrong. That would be the first thing that I would say if I was a motherfucking lawyer. Well, the chick said that she was 18 or she was 19. He read the birth certificate wrong. He can't read. That would be a stretch, but that would be what the fuck I would say if I was R. Kelly lawyer. But, you know, don't be telling me that R. Kelly's out of jail, bruh. You know, but nigga, what? I was born on these streets, raised on these streets, walk by these streets, talk by these streets. Yea, though I walk through the valley of these streets, cannot fear these streets because I run these streets. Let me stop. Look, I got on my podcast looking like I'm singing to another grown ass man. I'm not singing to this nigga. I'm singing R. Kelly songs, okay?
I know R. Kelly
right there. No. I was raised on these blocks, walked on these blocks. Come on now.
No, that trapped in the closet shit was off the chain.
Nigga, when you said R. Kelly was free, I was about to load my fucking Bluetooth speaker up. I was about to have Trapped in the Closet playing in the background, nigga. Vibrate.
I was just saying, I believe I could fly in the shower today.
I bet. TMI, nigga. TMI. I don't even know what the fuck you singing in the shower. Rob, we done lost topic. Tell us some more things because we got some new viewers. Tell us some things we don't know about, Mr. Conspiracy Theorist.
Some things you don't know about.
Sitting there telling me that R. fucking Kelly is out. Don't do that.
The war in Israel.
Ooh.
They're getting rid of the Ashkenazi Jews.
No. I am not talking about no damn Jewish people on here. Not as sensitive as
these. Yeah. My bad.
Not as sensitive as these people get.
Yeah, we want YouTube real sense. Let's I'm gonna leave that alone.
Yeah.
Let's
No. Because I mean, I'm not sitting there saying I agree with the sensitivity because I'm like this. If you can't poke fun at yourself, then what is wrong with you? No, tell us something else we don't know.
I watch YouTubes and still be forgetting. It's certain shit you can't.
Look. Matter of fact, one of the people who I have talked about this new segment with is actually joining us now. Riley.
What up, dog? I'm listening. Give me 1 second.
Boy. I told him about he watched some of our segment from the last show. Well, it wasn't a segment. This just got created. But he watched some of what we were talking about. And he agrees with you with some of it.
That's cool.
And he wants some. I asked him, did he want to come on for a couple of minutes, you know, to tell you his point of view of what he agrees with you on, and his point of view for what he doesn't necessarily agree with you on. Yeah,
Yeah.
flick that hair back, bro. What up, man?
That was it. What up, big dog? How are you?
Hey man, I'm good. Sports Plus Life audience. This is my homeboy. This is Riley. Riley, this is my bro Rob right here. Hey,
What's up, Riley?
How are you,
Riley has just made history on Sports Plus Life. He is the first Caucasian on this damn show.
Hey, bro. Hey, bro. Gotta be the first at something. Here we go.
You goddamn right, boy. He the white Jackie Robinson of this bitch right here.
Mm-mm.
You heard me.
Breaking barriers.
What'd you say?
Breaking barriers.
You goddamn right. This was never was a barrier that was up, but I mean, hey, it is what it is. Hey man, welcome to the show, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it. I'm glad I could finally actually do it. Get on. I'm glad y'all were still on.
Oh yeah, man. Look. We started the conspiracy theory segment at 8:00. You see, it's 9:45.
Yeah,
and we still going. This is my man right here. You watched it. You watched it the last episode.
Where? What are you on now? What are you talking about?
Well,
where?
Well, we actually was talking about R. Kelly, and we kind of got off topic.
Yeah,
he told me that R. Kelly was out, and I was like, "What?
Yeah.
What?
Wait, he's out. Wait, when did he get out?
No, he's not out. Okay,
I thought, yeah. What the fuck?
That was my reaction
on that shit.
That was my reaction right there. That was my reaction. But no, we were actually, kind of getting back in the focus. Now, what Riley wanted to talk with you about was the 9/11, conspiracy that you had talked to me about.
Yes.
So, Rob, I will let you go first in regard to the 9/11 talk that you told me, and he has his own opinion on it. And it's not a disagreeing opinion, but he has his own opinion on it. So, Rob, you go first.
Well, my opinion, it's not opinion. Unfortunately, it's a fact. See, I'm gonna try to sum this up, and we are supposed to be free financially. So, what would life be like for you if you didn't have to work, Riley?
I'd be like golfing, drinking all day, doing a lot of stuff with my boys.
That's right. So,
and obviously my life.
Now, if most people are not going to remember this, the day before 9/11, Don Rumsfeld got on national TV and said that the Pentagon had misplaced $2.3 trillion.
Yeah, there's a wreckage right there, but there's no plane remains. Actually, there's actually live, not live, but there's pictures of it all, and there's no plane wreckage there. It looks more like an explosion. And yes, $2 trillion, I believe, was missing from the U.S.
And the next day, nobody knew nothing. So the reason they did it, right, is because they were supposed to announce Nasser Gassera.
Explain that a little bit to me.
I can't remember the acronym. All of the acronyms.
Boy, you got to come with
well,
it.
I thought it had to do with like a lot of the war budget that Bush was signing off on, like in Iraq, basically getting that money being able to keep it for politicians, but getting over there, right? Like 9/11 was like, if it was an inside job, like that's what you're saying, then like they would use that as a reason to get over there. But that $2 trillion was taken by politicians.
We have a game being run on us. First, and I'm glad that we have the opportunity to talk about this, because I want everyone to notice the first part that you need to know: you are a free human being with unalienable, not unalienable, unalienable rights. You don't need a driver's license. You shouldn't have to be paying electricity, paying for water. God put water here. God put water here.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Keep going.
Why are we paying for water? God said, "Let there be light." These people charge us for everything, and if we keep letting them, they're gonna charge us. They're gonna charge us to breathe. So 9/11 was about making sure that humanity, everyone on the face of this earth, stayed under the Federal Reserve. Because technically, theoretically, what they do by using the dollar, they encapsulate all of the rest of the earth. If you weren't using green dollars, we're gonna send our military. I'm a vet. We're gonna send our military to your country. We'll destabilize your country. We'll destabilize your politics. We'll destabilize your country financially. Force you to take the U.S. dollar and put a central bank in your country and a couple of our military bases. That's what our country. That's what our government was doing.
Well, that's because our economy, the U.S. dollar, has been the base currency for almost the entire world. And I mean, France did the smartest thing back in the 80s, right? When the Federal Reserve stopped using a gold standard, they actually came over and like got all their gold from us and their currency back because they knew that's where it was headed, right? Because whoever was owning the banks and stuff are trying to create that actual like they want to keep the dollar bill as the current standard. They want that to be more valuable than gold, or
exactly.
So
they sent warships,
which hard assets are actually at the end of the day obviously going to be.
They didn't just ask for it back. They sent warships.
No, yeah. The French Navy came and got it. Yeah, they did immediately after they signed it.
They sent warships. Mm-hmm. So
Fort Knox is empty too. I mean, that's the other thing, right? Like that's been gone.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
They had been sold that gold. Now, it may be coming back.
They use the U.S. dollar as the standard, right? Because like if we don't have any gold, but you still think that the U.S. dollar is backed by gold, that there's a hard asset behind it, then you can keep investing in it. But once you realize that there's nothing to invest in, right? It's a bubble, like just like the housing crisis in 2008 or whatever, right? It'll collapse. Just like a lot of cryptocurrencies that have been coming out recently, they've all collapsed because it's all a bubble. You like get inflation out of like false asset.
Yep. So what we're going to now, what a lot of the world is waiting on, I'm waiting on it. The Iraqi currency is going to revalue just like the Kuwaiti currency did, right? When Iraq revalues, in my opinion, we should see Joe Biden be removed, and they're going to launch Nasser Gassera.
So what's Nasser Gassera? What is that? What does that specifically mean? I feel like I've heard it, but like I want to be familiar with what I'm responding to or contributing to.
Hold on, I'm gonna get it for y'all because it's two different. It's two different ones because the people that want to keep this country enslaved, they're black, they're white, they're Democrat, and they're Republican.
Well, it's mainly at the end of the day, it's mainly black. Whoever BlackRock, whoever Rothschilds, and whoever J.P. Morgan company pays, right? To keep control over each individual. And Rothschilds are probably more European, but I mean, BlackRock obviously right now owns over 80% of American real estate, and they've probably got the biggest stake in that race. Saudis obviously over oil. I mean, they're worth over $3 trillion.
I was going to say, where is Saudi Arabia getting all this fucking money?
Oil, dude. They still have reserves that could go all the way through 2050 if you drain like 1 million barrels a day.
Okay.
I mean, again, you understand, like that family they're literally worth more than $3 trillion, and because Dubai is a theocratic state, they don't have to like report their actual annual earnings from those businesses. So you can only assume they're about 3 trillion. But I mean, like, bro, they're probably worth more than that.
Because as the sports guy, what I'm noticing, particularly with boxing matches, all of the biggest fights right now are starting to take place in Saudi Arabia. No, boxing.
That and UFC is what I'm saying.
That and UFC. Yeah, all of the biggest matches are starting to take place in Saudi Arabia.
Dude, they tried to take golf and like a lot
You
of
know
the
the live
PGA, like people
tournament, the live
hated it,
golf
bro. They're
tournament.
like, we don't
Yeah.
want to be a part of all that. Like
No,
a part of
what
that.
live had to do,
Mm.
what the PGA had to do, because they had no choice.
Right.
Because the Saudi Arabian golf, the money was taking the PGA golfers away from the PGA. So
Well,
what they had to do was merge. They had no PGA had no choice because
yeah.
live had deeper pockets.
Yeah. Well, you want to know what's funny though is like I'm gonna call it by like 2050 Saudi Arabia, we're gonna see it. Maybe actually 2060 it's gonna fall, because right now you see them trying to create enough hype around their country in like, well, first tourism, so they can get immigrants over who will start working. But I mean, dude, think about this. They're hosting the 2030 like whatever 2030 like 2 or 4 whatever Winter Olympics in Saudi fucking Arabia. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
that's
saying?
crazy.
It's all a stunt to try to get like their value over there, because I mean the oil's gonna run out and that family's gonna run out, and I mean something's gonna happen with it, right? Like it
I'm
doesn't
going
go forever, bro.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you, Riley. Unfortunately, um, 80% of the world has 90% of the world has stopped using dollars, and they're signed up with bricks.
We talking about crack, nigga? Cocaine, bricks?
No, I'm talking about
I
bricks
mean,
as in Brazil, Russia, India, and China.
I'm sorry.
I'm
I'm
playing.
You
sorry.
laugh, Brandon. You
No,
laughing now?
No, I'm
I'm
not
telling
laughing
you.
at
no,
what you're
there's a
saying.
joke I said,
I'm
not
not.
what you're saying.
Yeah, I was
When
gonna
you
say.
see when you see people balling up $100 bills and throwing them in the street, you laugh then.
I'm not laughing at that. I'm just,
Yeah.
when you said that Saudi Arabia is the money in bricks, it sounded like a cocaine reference.
Yeah.
I know. I'll be making that joke too.
I'm
Well, I
just
mean, bro,
saying.
yeah, I think if that's what it is, then half of it's fucking drywall, bro. You'd be getting the back and you know you're getting fucked. The shootout's about to happen.
But these these countries spearheaded by Russia, with America, with what our government did, and using the dollar as a weapon, these
Yeah.
countries have turned it around. And especially these third world countries that the United States was taking advantage of, we're stealing their resources
Mm-hmm.
and stealing their people.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they're just not using the dollar anymore.
Now,
Well,
hold on.
Venezuela's
Go ahead,
a
Riley. I'm sorry.
good
Go ahead.
example. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Riley. I'm sorry. Go
I was
ahead.
gonna say Venezuela's a good example of like us leaving in a way, because the companies that were like basically owning the oil fields there, because Venezuela has more oil reserves than Saudi Arabia, but they can't transport. I mean, it's in a fucking jungle, right? Like, how are you going to do that? Plus, they're also not as developed. They don't have the infrastructure to get it out, right? So once that was out, they didn't have much. They can't export as much oil as they used to, so they're not getting the money. And on top of it, they just kept printing money, and now their currency is like shit. Their country has turned to like shit, and it's a mess. You know, that's what happens when
And yet,
they win against like that. Now they do use kind of like the dollar, but I mean, to what expense, dude? They're getting like $1 a day.
yeah, the strength in that currency is gonna come when they revalue it. Like Zimbabwe, these third world countries that the United States has been taking care of, I mean, taking advantage of, they're starting to
That's
do
like the beer.
survey, huh?
That's like De Beers, like the
Yeah,
diamond. Yeah.
these countries are taking back their resources, and they're keeping them in country. They're taking strong control. The weak countries in Africa that were easily taken over, the Russians are helping them back their military. So
Yeah.
the bad guys, bad actors can't come in and start the nefarious stuff again.
Yeah. Well, see, I
Now,
think like a sick part of that though is like because of how underdeveloped a lot of it is, and as well as like, I mean, like it's a really diverse terrain in Africa, right? Like you got savannas, you got jungles, and it's like all within like different borders that were created by people, not like created by foreign people, Europeans mainly during imperialism, that did not know the cultural implications of like the lines they were drawing. So there's too many mixed people all everywhere who don't agree, and on top of it, they have to live in an infrastructure that's not well, they don't have the infrastructure to do it themselves. So basically, the people in power, right, have been continuously for the past probably 1,000 years almost, maybe let's say like 400 years. 400 years have been literally been letting companies come in and do all that for them, just because the companies will give them money to take over their land and their mines and use their people for the work, whereas and then the leaders just profit off it, right? And that's why there's such a disparity between the upper and lower class in like a lot of those countries. And that's where, and it's a cycle. It's a cycle. It's been a cycle for many different things, whether it's been diamonds, whether it's been right now is a big one, is like nickel, copper, fucking like the like gallium for batteries, right? You know, fucking lithium, all that stuff.
Now, what I want to bring it back to, this is the reason why I mentioned 9/11, Riley, when you first came on. Now, and this is in regards to the actual event, and we took it to Saudi Arabia, the Zimbabwe, and as Rob gets ready to chief, Keith, and you know I ain't mad at him.
Well, they're examples of the same concept happening too, though, right?
Right. Now, Rob, gave me an example of 9/11 of where, it was almost like a Mandela effect that no planes actually crashed into the building.
Into the Pentagon now.
Okay, now Rob, I want you to go first on that, because while
Riley
agrees with your premise, but the kind of the punchline, the actual thing, is where it kind of differs.
Yeah.
Because
because
for me, if you want to say, because if anybody wants to say that, hey, X, Y, and Z politician was behind 9/11, shit, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and refute that. But this is just for me personally, when you say, well, planes didn't actually crash, I'm like, what have I been saying for the last 2 weeks? Bro, I got an aunt who lives in New York, but was working at the World Trade Center around that time. She was late for work that day. She saw the shit.
There's videos of it.
So go ahead, Rob. You go first. I'm not trying to play instigator.
Well,
thank you.
But what buildings we're talking about? The Twin Towers themselves, right?
The Twin Towers, yes.
So we're very clear on that. Okay.
Very clear.
Okay.
Stickiest of an icky. That's what
if we were talking about WT7 or the Pentagon, I would say possibly not. WT7, I don't know. The Pentagon, I know, didn't get hit by a plane, but the Twin Towers absolutely did. And one of them got hit twice.
The stickiest of an icky. No, go ahead, Rob.
But you know what? And here's the thing. Riley, you and I, we agree on some stuff. For 9/11, when 9/11 happened, I can tell you exactly where I was and what I was doing. I was in a motel room. It was me, my wife, and our youngest child, our two youngest children. No, one of our daughters.
We get that.
But no, I'm being detailed for a reason. Check this out. So I was in the shower. My wife started screaming. I damn near bust my ass. I come out. I see the smoke coming from one building, and then I see this plane take this incredible fucking bank to turn around, because apparently they missed. It missed on his first run, and made this hard, impossible bank. Now, at that point in time, I've been on enough airplanes to know that planes don't bank that hard.
So you're saying that one missed course, and he did like almost like a 180. He did a U-turn back into it. That's kind of like what you're saying.
Yeah, but now
well, I feel like I've seen videos of both crashes, and I haven't seen any of that, because I feel like you see the one, and then like there's multiple like almost 10 like minute videos in between before the second one comes, and it's not like they're doing anything else but going straight into it. That's what I've seen, and like that's all the evidence I've seen pointing.
Now I'm explaining this to you for a reason, because I want you to know that I saw what you saw, right? I was looking right at the TV, and I seen that second plane going. That's what we were supposed to see, right?
Well, but I've seen also like other footage from like people filming from like their apartments and shit with doing that
That's
second
what I
one and everything,
see.
right?
Now,
Like
when
it's not just one. There's like a lot of them out there.
when they were filming from their apartment, do you see planes?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
saw the plane go because all like they're like literally college kids like drinking wine. They were freaking out about it, and they're filming it, and then they saw the other plane going, and then they were freaking out more about it. Like I don't
See,
think.
I've seen
Yeah.
footage where, and I sent one to Brandon, where there's an explosion and no plane. So that's called Project Bluebeam.
Okay. So okay. Now, were there possibly explosives in certain points of the building planted beforehand?
Riley, that is an
Yes, that
excellent.
is 100%, I think, a thing. But they're like on support beams and shit. But both the planes definitely like crashed in there, like on target. The planes might not have fully like made them go down like that. There might have been detonations that happened after the planes hit to make it look like just the planes did it. But I mean, it was too clean. If you look up like demolitions of buildings, like skyscrapers
Thank
and shit,
you.
it looks exactly like it, especially WT7. But there's no
You're
plane at WT7 either.
you're there, but there's the technology won't let you. Could you've already scratched at the lie, and you determine that part of that story is already a lie, and you keep scratching at that lie long
No,
enough.
I'm not
Which,
scratching.
which
Like that's what I've always believed. I just like I
yeah,
thought. Yeah, I mean, I didn't know. Well, we
the,
just got to that part of it, right?
the part where our minds won't let us believe and see what actually happened is because in order for it to happen, what I'm saying, if what I'm saying is in fact true,
Mhm.
regardless of my belief, that would
Mhm.
mean that there were thousands of people who played along in this con. And as we know, Americans, it is tough to get thousands of people to go along and keep quiet on shit. So this must have been a very powerful group, and what they did and the way that they moved to act in unison to fool the whole public for this time. But I'll assert to you and anyone else that's watching this stream that that's exactly what happened. It's Project Bluebeam, and in a couple of, not only that, in a couple of days, we're all about to find out the truth.
What do you think that is going to be lead to? What is that truth?
One of the first things we're gonna find out is that what we have that's sitting in the presidency is not what we think it is.
Well, I mean, that's been known since what? Dude, I know he's crazy as fuck, but Alex Jones like literally filmed like all that shit, like at the rituals they were doing to with
Rituals.
like
What
millionaire
rituals?
people and shit.
What
It's
rituals?
a long thing. I don't want to get into that one right now because that's going to take us way too off track. But there's
Okay,
rituals.
no,
There's
you got it.
billionaire.
You got it.
There's
Yeah, you got it.
billionaire meetings where they do like blood rituals and sacrifices.
Got
And
you.
it was kind of there's like weird like shady deals behind it.
Got you.
But anyway, we can do that another time. But I don't
Right.
want to go there because that's a tangent. With this, okay, I'm sorry. Could you repeat the last thing you just said? Because I did take myself off on that.
I said in a couple of days, we're all gonna find out the truth
Oh
about
wait, then yeah.
9/11.
What's the truth?
Well, the truth is, like I had said before, I, I want to say
Mhm.
this, but I want to say it in a way so that I don't want to be confrontational, and I don't
No,
want to.
I don't just say however you need. I don't take it like that. I promise.
Yeah, and I don't want to a man, what is it? Eh, Trying to force someone outside of their thinking. They're gonna a man forced out of, I can't think of it.
I'm very confident in how I'm thinking and like where I'm at and what I believe. What I mean, but I like this like little talking debate. What Brandon, I'm glad you were gonna come back because what I was gonna say is, bro, you know what I fucking really think is happening, bro? It's like
What up?
fuck all this like oh big rich government evil people shit. They just want more money. That's not what it really is, bro. You know what it really is bro? Is
What
like
up?
there's some secret organization like some like anime Jujutsu Kaisen like spirits, and that's what's doing all this shit. But they have to cover it up as like planes crashing and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like there's like for
I'm
literal like people like fucking having anime battles like Goku and shit fighting aliens, but they can't do that, so it's a plane instead.
those Goku type aliens that you talk about,
Yeah. Oh,
they go and inhabit human bodies.
yeah.
Yeah. This shit is wild, bro.
But did you see they found another new alien like
Now, you know, a
corpse
month ago,
and
this
what
shit
was
was
it? Where
supposed
it
to.
was in like Argentina or whatever. Did you see that shit, Brandon?
No, I didn't, because I know I was still. I've still been tripping off the one that they were supposed to have found in Miami. You remember that? That was about a month ago, or about a month and a half ago.
There's some crazy shit with that, bro.
That was CGI.
Well, but yeah, this is the thing. That's all Project Bluebeam, right?
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
God damn it. Well, as far as I'm not going to refute anything that anybody says about 9/11 as far as what the motive was behind the crash.
Yeah.
My only issue was, bruh, there's no way that nobody can convince me that planes did not crash into the building.
No, they did.
Because like you, Riley, I saw a lot of home movies, not home movies, but
that
home
came out years and
videos
years.
that was taken when the planes would, for what I mean, it's New York. You could be filming anything at any time. And because while camera phones weren't a thing yet, there were a lot of people running around with cameras like this.
They're VHS.
No, this ain't no VHS camera. This too small.
I know they weren't though. That's what I was saying. They were using VHS, but that's why I brought up the thing. Remember the college students in the dorm room all sitting, drinking wine, having fun, and then they see the planes crashing in.
Yeah, because I remember one specifically that was like, "Hey, we're doing this." We're like, "Wow, that plane is low. Wait a minute, it's real low. It's about to hit into the building."
You seen that one?
Yes.
So absolutely. Look, now because I gotta challenge y'all on this, right? We can all agree that a plane did not hit the Pentagon, and nothing hit building 7. Nothing hit building 7 because they excuse my French. They screwed up in their planning.
What are you saying? Excuse your French for? We cuss all the time in this bitch.
Well, they fucked up in their planning, right? So they just had to bring building 7 down. Building 7 is where the goal was. NESARA, National Economic Security and Recovery Act. So what happened? Special forces ran up on Bill Clinton in the White House and made the Secret Service stand down and fought with a gun to his head and forced him to sign that and put everyone in the secrecy. All of the senators, all of the Congress.
Well, I mean, dude, why do you think they had Epstein's Island for shit like that?
But I'm saying, what year did they put a gun to Bill Clinton's head? I'm just curious.
This was
it wasn't a gun. They just had a fucking 14-year-old fucking him at Epstein's Island, and then they didn't want that shit to get out.
So what year was this?
Dude, I legitimately I can't go too deep into that shit. Did you get my text, Brandon?
Hold up.
I know when I heard about it.
But hey,
I was still in high school.
Listen.
Oh, okay.
So,
all right.
James. All right. I just want to say
his real that's his alias. His real name is Robert.
You can call me James.
Rob, I love talking to you. We're gonna do this more, Brandon. I'm so glad I could come on. I had to just for a little bit. Sorry, I got a dip, dude. We just got here, and I'm trying to like chill, So
that boy
I'm
trying
gonna
to
be
take
hopping on some more, bro. We'll be getting on it. I'm glad we had this conversation because I don't know. I think we came to some common ground. And I mean, you're right. I believe WT7 didn't go down with a plane. That shit was complete demolition. Look at the footage of that building falling down and look up 10 different ones of
that's what I like.
Controlled demolitions. It's the same thing.
That's what I like to do. We can start on some common ground. We can skip what we don't see eye to eye on. We can definitely start at some common ground.
No. But that's the thing. But we should start with the little shit real quick for the first 3 minutes where it's monetizable. And then after that, we got to get as confrontational as possible. I mean, I'm not going to hate you either. we have to like start, as entertaining, bro. We can fight and then like after we'll just be like, that was a good show, bro.
Drama make money.
Yeah.
See, being confrontational with a white dude is different than being confrontational with a black dude.
Hey,
You be
dude, listen,
confrontational with a white dude.
bro.
We might smoke a blunt, we might drink a beer, like, hey man, no hard feelings. You be confrontational with a black dude, might have to get the strap, we might be getting the gun.
No.
Dude,
You know why? You know why? Because Riley has a beer and you got a blunt.
well,
Hello.
I'm about to smoke a blunt, but like, and actually, no.
That's
Well,
right.
we'll get more into it later, guys. Hey,
Yeah, no
Brandon,
question. Hey, look, Riley.
Yeah.
What?
This is gonna be a Friday segment. I'll let you know next Friday when we come on with this specific segment. If you
Yeah.
want to join up, bro.
Yeah, dude, I'd love to. I mean, I'd love to just shoot the shit, do this. It's fun, you know.
It's
And
fun as
I've
shit.
been telling you I wanted to get on talk to you, dude, because I think this is fun. I've been wanting to do a little bit of it anyway. So
Yeah, man.
I appreciate you letting me join. Thank
I'm
you.
gonna need. Hey, look, man. Look, I'm gonna need to hook up to that crib one day when I'm out here traveling with my kids.
Yes, sir.
All right,
We'll
brother.
figure it out, dog.
Take your time, man.
Hey Riley, I appreciate you, man.
Hey, appreciate y'all. Have a good night. Be
All right,
safe,
man.
guys. Stay easy.
See you Monday, bro.
Yeah, see you Monday, homie.
All right.
Peace.
Peace. Okay. Well,
I like it. Yeah, all right.
Cool. Yeah, he cool as a bitch.
Because look, this is the other thing that we need, right? We need some discourse, but we need peaceable discourse. Because look, even and I have to be careful in how I say this, because just because I know something, I want you and your listeners and anyone else that's listening to this, I want you to receive what I'm telling you. If I try to force it down your throat, a man convinced against his will is of the same still. I think I got that right. So basically, if I want you to receive a message or what I'm saying, it's not going to happen if I'm yelling and screaming.
That's right.
And
that's right.
Ball bearing. That's not going to happen.
And plus, a man getting things forced down his throat.
It's not going to happen. But what I do like to do, because it's where you go one, where we go one, we go all. We need some unity. We need to be able to hold hands, right? So that means whenever you find out what you find out, you and anybody else, and you come to me, I'm not gonna laugh. I'm not laughing and hee-heeing and ha-haing.
That's what I told you.
I'm gonna ask you, what did you learn and what are you ready to do next? You understand? It's a whole different concept, bruh. I found out some I'm saying this right. So I found out some information, like I said before, about Michelle Obama. So I got to be careful about how
and plus, I don't want you to give everything you got on one episode. See, this is your homework. This will be your homework for the next 7 days. Is talk about what you want to talk about, because one thing I do when I come on this show, I have jotted down notes of what I want to talk about. Talk about what you want to talk about. You don't want to do everything in one fell day, even though we're over 2.5 hours in now. You want to leave the people looking forward to something else. You want to do that. If you tell me everything, what the hell are we going to talk about next Friday?
You know what? You just pointed something out I have a habit of doing, throwing up on people.
Who do you throw up on, nigga? You ain't throw up on me.
It's throwing
a manner of speech. I got you.
Yeah, throwing up too much knowledge.
Yeah, if you tell me everything today, what are we gonna have to look forward to next Friday?
Man, I'm gonna put it like this.
Plus, you better not say nothing disrespectful about Michelle Obama, you son of a
boy. when you find out, when people find out what's been going on and when it started, and that we've been watching a movie, some people gonna be upset.
They're gonna be upset with your ass. Don't get upset with me, people. Don't get upset with me, world. I'm doing something that everybody should do for everybody, for somebody who has something to say, whether you agree with it or not. Because one thing again, I'm gonna say this again, that I'm not gonna do. I'm not gonna get on here. I'm not gonna make a mockery of my brother. You might see me make facial expressions because some shit I just can't help it. But you're not gonna see me make a mockery of my brother or call him crazy. Because let's just say for the sake of shits and giggles, what if everything that he's saying is true? Then who's the crazy one? Us for falling for it, or us for not listening? That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not saying listen to this and agree with it. Even if you listen to it and laugh at it, nigga, I'm gonna tell you, I went back on last show. I was laughing my ass off, not at you. I was laughing at me because of my reactions for how the things you were saying, you know. But even if you listen and laugh, don't discount. I mean, don't just say because the worst mistake a person can make about another person is saying that they're crazy just because they see things from another side of the coin. You know, there's some people that will say that black people are crazy for wanting reparations. Haven't our people earned that shit? They'll say that American citizens are crazy because they don't trust politicians. Haven't the politicians earned that shit? And I don't mean earn the trust of the American people. Haven't they earned for people to not trust them? So the worst thing you can do is call a person crazy. Maybe the environment that they're around, not to quote Dave Chappelle, but I will, maybe the environment they're around is a little sick. And the one thing that I think everybody is going to be able to agree on by the end of 2024, when it comes to the talks about our heroes, celebrities, actors, athletes, singers, rappers, politicians, is that them motherfuckers got some skeletons in their closet that we would never have thought was true. So this one thing that I am not absent-minded enough to realize in my years of living is that there are a lot of things that go on behind the scenes that people don't want us to know about, because they don't think that our mental consciousness can handle it. So this is why I started this segment. Part of this is for fun. I ain't gonna lie, part of this is for fun. Saying that this is an entertaining, silly motherfucker right here. But he believed what he says, and I respect that. And he stand on what he say, and I respect that. No matter how out there it may sound, I do respect that. I may not agree with a lot of it, but I respect the fact that, for one, he has the courage enough to come on a social media platform that's being broadcasted by 3 different platforms, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, and speak his truth. So, again, I don't agree with everything that he's saying, but I will not say that's motherfucking crazy. Now, the only thing I said you missed me on is with the plane crashing in 9/11. Anything that you're saying it may have been a setup, hey, I can believe that. Now, the plane crashing, nah, I believe the plane's crashing. And the whole thing about Kobe not being dead when you said that, nah, you missed me with that one.
Okay. Look, no, Brandy, listen, let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
You can look this up on YouTube with they have they put projections in the sky where they got a whale. If you got a whale, it's a whale like just jumping at you. That's Project Bluebeam. All these animations in the sky that look real, that's Project Bluebeam. You understand what I'm saying?
I get what you're
So
saying.
so some shit you might see at what they I ain't never been, but I'm assuming maybe Disney or maybe someplace in Dubai, a really nice sky exhibit. I have to Google this shit on YouTube, but um it's Project Bluebeam. But see, wait, some of it that's easy for me. I am a vet. So I had I was in I was at Fort Campbell, my last duty station, right?
Right.
I had just finished airsoft school. So let me tell you, anybody that runs into me and you feel like I'm cocky or I'm this or I'm that, I'm aerosol qualified for 2 weeks. I went through 2 weeks what most people could never do in their entire life. But I digress. So I had just completed aerosol school. I'm feeling ultra American, huge, super proud, right? The whole GI Joe, everything, yeah, all that. So our sergeants pull us.
I think a GI Jimmy.
Our sergeants, and our the command didn't even nobody over E6 wanted to speak to us about this. It was only the sergeants. The sergeants pulled us all together. This was like a day after I had graduated aerosol school. So they showed us this picture. Now, yeah, I'm gonna have to follow the same rule. There's one of these senators. We don't say his name. I'm gonna cover that.
That's
No,
fine.
we don't say his name. I'm gonna tell you why, but we don't say this individual's name. So this individual that we shall not name
No name.
is in fucking pictures with the motherfuckers that we supposed to be fucking hunting. He's in pictures with his arms around these motherfuckers. Like, hold the fuck up. What the fuck? Hey, we supposed to kill him.
We supposed to whoop that trick. Whoop that trick. Get him.
No, this motherfucker that I will not name,
We will not
because I
name
want
this
everybody that's watching this to know. You gonna know who I'm talking about, because I ain't gonna say that motherfucker name.
We're not gonna say that motherfucker name, you motherfucker.
You never, and that's how we know who we talking about. You never say his motherfucking name.
Never say his motherfucking name, you bitch ass knuckle.
So at this point in time, after I graduated aerosol school, I was really like, they was ready to put me in PLDC. So now I'm in higher level meetings.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I got to make higher level meetings. So some meetings, like they'll go over like this person, we going over that person, like this is who you know what I'm saying? So I knew who dude was.
Yeah.
But seeing him with a senator who we ain't gonna name.
We're not gonna name that some bitch. Seeing
him with this senator, chummy and smiling, bruh. We had a kill order on the motherfucker that he had his fucking arm around.
Scratch a lie, find a thief, you son.
Wait a minute. You see my like?
I got you. I got you.
He chilling like this.
Got you.
Like, what the fuck? I'm one of the one. Was a bunch of us that say, "What the fuck,
motherfucker?
We got orders to kill this motherfucker." And he just go over there and fucking like, what the fuck?
We got orders to ice this biatch. What? Chitty
So
chitty
that was
bang bang, nigga.
one of the days. Like I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'm in the wrong fucking shit. I'm in the wrong fucking shit.
Well, look, brother man. Look, save that energy for next Friday. Okay?
Yeah, we gonna leave it right there.
Leave it
So you
right
can
there.
hear about them. I'm gonna tell y'all the one that's what we gonna pick up at. The one that shall not be named.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch this show a few times. Remember, we're gonna start this bitch at the one that shall not be named. But listen, Rob, first time for this segment, it's been awesome. So just remember, be ready. Whatever you want to talk about, make sure you do your homework, brother. Make sure you do your homework so you ready for everything that you want to talk about because the platform is yours. You know, this is a segment of the show that I'm not going to get rid of, okay? So, but for you guys, everybody who listened, everybody who thugged it out with us tonight, and it's 10:30 on a Friday, y'all still got time to go turn up or do whatever it is you want to do. It's your boy Brandon Bravon Towns for my homie Rob, for Raleigh. Peace. We out this bitch. We love you.
Peace.